And I'm still gonna have it double checked, just so you know. Very funny. Inside jokes. Very good. Very good. I get it. If you don't get it, you're not in it to win it.
Now, you've all used cameras before, I'm sure you'll...
Man, Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Gotta double check this one too. Okay. Shuju, Mustapusta, Hanks, Eggs, Sweaty Paws, Torsten, Kenneth Candy, Ronnie my man, and Mayo Aioli. Thank you, boys. Welcome back. 4 years on the Yuko. Pew! Says Forsen. 1 year, Mr. Jolma. Pew! Says nothing at all. And nothing else matters.
Now, obviously, with so much money at stake, it was inevitable that sooner or later somebody would try to beat the system. You know, give themselves a little advantage. All right, cheat. Getting away with cheating us out of £1 million was going to need a mastermind with a cunning plan and a genius accomplice. But luckily for us, it was Major Charles Ingram who had neither of those things. On the 9th of September 2001, an unassuming major took his place in the hot seat. And what was about to unfold, nobody could have predicted. Right, this is Charles Ingram. He's a major. Up there in the audience, his wife, Diana. On his first night on the show, the major's display of general knowledge was surprisingly poor.
I really haven't got a Scoobies. I wasn't there, so...
Should have been.
Never heard of it.
It's the right answer. You got £4,000. Somehow he managed to get to £4,000, but used 2 lifelines to get there. Charles has got... Ah!
God, no.
Oh, God,
Got
no.
to come back tomorrow.
He went away and returned the following night with a new game plan involving his wife Diana and fellow fastest finger first contestant Tequin Whittock, who he'd met on a previous episode. The plan was that Whittock would signal correct answers with a cough.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Holbein. I think if I had to guess, and I can, I think I'd take cricket. I'm sure it's a hat. Am I sure? Yeah, hat. It's a hat.
The only hiccup came on the £32,000 question when both the Major and Whittock couldn't answer a question on pop music. Even after a 50-50, the Major is going to go for a wrong answer.
I think it's A1. I've just never heard of Craig David, so... I think I'll go for A1.
That is until his wife Diana develops a nasty cough of her own.
A1 or Craig David.
Here comes the U-turn.
No, I'll go Craig David. Yeah.
Final answer.
I'm going to guess Craig David.
Final answer.
Final answer.
By the time the Major reached the £1 million question, alarm bells were ringing behind the scenes. And now the Major, his wife Diana, and their accomplice Whittock were being monitored closely. It's worth £1 million.
I'm not sure. However...
There's such
Charles, you have
better
to
way
this
to
question
cheat,
All he
honestly.
needed to do was read through the options and wait for Whittock's coded cough.
I think it's a nanomole,
No cough there.
but it could be a gigabit.
No cough there either.
I don't think it's a megatron,
Neither does Whittock.
and I have to say I don't think I've heard of a Google.
Oh.
Google.
Oh,
And there it is. The
and
Major
then
now
he
has
says
£1 million.
he's so not smooth about this. I don't think I've heard about a Google. That's why you wouldn't fucking say it, right?
And answer.
By process of elimination, I actually think it's Google, but I don't know what a Google is.
And the
Oh,
rest
don't
of it is
say
all
that.
acting.
Worst cheating
I
I've
really do
ever
think it's a
fucking
Google.
seen.
You thought it was a nanomole. And you've never heard of a Google. And there's £1 million involved.
I know, but it's not a gigabit, nanomil, and Megatron, and there's only 4 of them, so it must be Google.
The stakes are huge, and the Major wants to make one final check.
I'm sure it's Google.
And there it is.
I'm going to play Google. Yeah. Final answer. Final answer.
Ah, this happened 20 years ago and I'm still getting cringe.
Charles, give me that check. £500,000. You no longer have that. You just won £1 million! The win was short-lived, and after a thorough investigation, his cheque was cancelled, and all 3 ended up in court and were found guilty of conspiring to cheat the show. So sadly, Major Charles Ingram didn't become our £3 million winner.
Phew. Man. There's probably a million other ways you can cheat than making really audible fucking coughs, man.